Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Radlands by Roxley Games. This is a two-player card game set in a post-apocalyptic universe. Game takes about 30 minutes to play. I'm going to show you really quick a brief introduction on how to play this game, and then I'm going to let you know what I think about it. Okay, so this is how the game is going to be set up. Now, like I said before, this is the Kickstarter version. The retail version is just going to come in this box and just going to have the cards and the water tokens. But the water tokens, I believe, are going to be cardboard. These are plastic water tokens with the Kickstarter version. You're going to get these. There's 6 of these. Your opponent gets 3. And then you have these extra ones over here. So the way this game is going to start is you're going to shuffle this deck of base camps. And you're going to deal 6 to each player. And they're going to choose 3 of them to be their bases. Now, each base is going to have a special power and a cost to use that power. But it also tells you how many cards you're going to start with in your hand. So, for example, for me, I'm going to have 2 cards. And then the opponent will have whatever. So, on your turn, first thing you do is draw a card. And you look at what you have. Now, say you want to deploy this person right here, this wounded soldier. You're going to pay the cost, which is 1 water. Place them anywhere in these columns. And then, with the water token that you have, place that on them to show that you paid 1 water token. But every card that comes out is going to be inactive. So their powers cannot be used this turn. What you also may do is trash this card for the ability at the top left. Now, for example, this ability is to have a grunt. So you could take when you get a grunt, you would take the top card of the deck. You won't even look at it, and you place it anywhere. These cards only have a health of 1. Everything else has a health of 2. When the card gets damaged, you flip it over this way, 90 degrees, to show that the card has been damaged. If it is hit again, then the card is destroyed. So the goal of the game is to destroy all of your opponent's camps. Like any other card, these camps have a health of 2. So once they're hit, they can't be used again. Excuse me, I'm sorry. They require 1 more hit to be destroyed, and then you flip it over to show that the card has been destroyed. Now, when a regular card is hit, you cannot use its power at the bottom. Camps, you can always use its power. Now, there will be other certain cards that will allow you to heal certain cards. All the iconography is over here. And it shows you how a turn sequence will go. Another thing I want to show are these 2 cards over here. So everybody's going to have a water silo card and a raid card. Now, a raid card is an event. There's going to be other cards in that deck with this border to show that this is an event card. When you play an event card, you're going to look at this bomb symbol that's right here, which is going to show you where to place it on your event. On your event side here. So you have 3, 2, 1. At the start of every turn, these events are going to move up 1. Once on the turn where it's here, it's going to activate, and you're going to use the power that's on the bottom. Like now, this one makes you damage a person's camps. Excuse me. So the way that this is activated is with this symbol right here. So there's going to be certain cards with this symbol that will allow you to take the card from here and place it on your event pile there. The other one is the water silo. So this card costs 1 water that you would place right here on your map, on your play mat. Again, this is strictly for the Kickstarter version. And you put this in your hand, and you'll use this card to get an additional water from over there. It doesn't matter how much water you have or how many cards can be in your hand. So the game is going to end when you or your opponent have lost all 3 of their camps. So you're pretty much going back and forth, and you're placing different cards on your grid here. Again, this is another event card. If you want to, you could either trash it or pay it. Well, for example, this one doesn't cost anything, and when you use it, it goes straight to number 1. Again, but that's just an example. But the reason you want these cards here is they're going to protect your camps. So if there is a card in front of your camp that means that the camp is protected. So in order for them to damage this camp, they're going to have to get rid of this guy first, as goes for any of these other camps and these cards here. But there are certain cards that will allow you to damage the camp by surpassing these cards here. The game takes about maybe 30 minutes to play, so I'm going to let you know when I think about it. So as you can see from what I just showed you, this is a really good looking card game. The art is amazing. It's very reminiscent about a game that came out a very long time ago on Xbox. I believe it was called Rage. It's got that same theme, that same style of artwork. But let me go first to what I dislike about this game, and my only dislike about this game. I felt the downtime could be a little too long for a two-player game, especially if you're playing with somebody who has analysis paralysis, and on their turn they have a lot of water. They're just sitting there thinking, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to spend this water on? And on a two-player game, I thought it was just a little too much. It doesn't happen often, but it's there. Other than that, I really love this game a lot. So first things first, like I said before, the art is amazing. It fits the theme really well. I like the direction they came with it. That they went with it. And Roxley advertised this game as not having to sleeve these cards. These cards are really good quality. You could bend them, I wouldn't try to rip them, but the card quality is amazing. Second, again, the theme is strong. Like I was saying before, it's very reminiscent of that game Rage. You know, the world, the vehicles and all the characters and stuff. It really reminded me of that game. Has a little bit of a Mad Max feel to it too. Also, I liked there was a unique amount of cards as well. I mean, there's some cards that repeat, like you'll get a lot of scouts, but I do like there's 60 camp cards. Every single one of them is different. That to me adds replayability to this game. It adds variability. It adds a whole new strategy to the game. Gameplay it's really fast and it doesn't overstay its welcome. Like I said, I haven't played a game that lasted more than 30 minutes. And usually when in this game, if you go through the deck twice, the game ends. I never went through the deck once in all the games that I've played. So that just shows that it plays very fast. I don't know if anybody else did, but I never played a game that going through the deck once. Another thing that I really liked was every single decision that you make in this game feels important. You know, how do I want to spend my water? Where do I want to, place my cards? Do I want to trash this card and take the power of trashing it, or do I want to play it and use its power every turn or not? It's just a lot of important decisions to make, which is what I'm looking for in a game, especially in a two-player game. And like I was saying before, every single game I played was tense and it was close. You know, when you send out the Raider card, you got one camp left and it's down to one health. This happened to me on many games where I had maybe one camp left, my opponent had two camps left, and then he's got a Raider card out. But there are ways that you can mitigate it and, end up victorious in the end. There were some cards I felt that were a little overpowering, but again, they don't come out that often. Again, there's like maybe one or two cards. Like I think there was one card that allowed you to destroy somebody's camp. I don't remember. I played a few games of these. But overall, I think this is an amazing game, an amazing package. Again, this is just a Kickstarter version. The regular version is just going to be cards. It's a very inexpensive game, $17 to $25. You can't go wrong picking this game up. I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. It's definitely worth a place on my shelf. Probably going to stay in my collection for a very long time, maybe forever. That's how much I like this game. Definitely go pick it up, especially if you're into this type of theme. I think you guys are going to love this game. Like, subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys have a great one. Look forward to my next video.